Mongol Empire versus British Empire. Who could rule the world better? What if the two greatest empires in history had gone head to head? One ruled the waves, the other rode across continents like thunder. The British Empire, the largest empire ever by land and sea. The Mongol Empire, the most feared force the world had ever seen. But who would truly dominate the world if they clashed, or if both had ruled in modern times? Let's dive into history's ultimate empire showdown. Origins and rise. Mongol Empire, founded by Genghis Khan in 1206, rose from nomadic tribes to become the largest contiguous land empire in history, known for military genius, speed, and brutal discipline. British Empire started with Elizabethan exploration and grew from the 16th to 20th centuries, became the largest maritime empire, ruling over 25% of the world population at its peak, used colonial expansion, diplomacy, and trade to dominate. Key difference: Mongols conquered fast with fear. British built slowly through trade, settlements, and influence. Military power: Mongols, superior cavalry, archery, and military tactics. Used psychological warfare and total destruction. Mastered communication with horse relay systems. Could march over 100 miles a day. British, advanced navy, cannons, muskets. Used naval blockades, colonial armies, and alliances. Industrial Revolution gave them edge in weapons and logistics. Who was stronger? Mongols were faster and more brutal. British were more organized and strategic over long term. Administration and governance: Mongols ruled through fear and loyalty, allowed local rulers to govern as long as they paid tribute, promoted religious tolerance and Silk Road trade. British created formal governments and colonies, imposed British laws, language, and culture, built schools, railways, and civil service, but also controlled deeply. Who governed better? Mongols were flexible but harsh. British were systematic but controlling. Cultural and global impact: Mongols united East and West, spread Chinese, Persian, Islamic knowledge across Eurasia, but left less lasting institutions. British, English became global language, spread ideas of parliament, capitalism, education, but also responsible for colonial exploitation and division. Legacy: British left a bigger global footprint, but not without damage. Mongols changed borders, trade, and warfare forever. Economy and trade: Mongols protected the Silk Road, connected China, Middle East, and Europe. Didn't build stable economies, relied on loot and tribute. British created global trading companies like East India Company, industrialized trade, ships, rail, banks, ports, exploited colonies but developed infrastructure. Economic winner: British, by far. They shaped the modern capitalist world. If they ruled today, if the Mongol Empire ruled today, we might see a Eurasian superstate with high military presence, multiple languages, tribal alliances, and mobile governance, possibly fewer borders, but more military control. If the British Empire survived, the world might be more English-speaking and westernized, follow UK-style democracy, law, and education, face continued inequality from colonial structures. Who is better? It depends on what you value. Mongols, unmatched military power, unity of continents, freedom of religion. British, massive global influence, innovation, long-term institutions. But both empires shaped our world in different ways. One with the sword, the other with the pen and ship. Now it's your turn. Which empire do you think would rule the world better if it returned today? Let us know in the comments.